Producer and beat community, what's going on? My name is Skates, and this video is going to be based around live performances in Ableton. Not in the sense that they do on like the Ableton webpage itself, where they do their live series, where people just make a beat on the spot and they run it through sessions, but this will be more so geared towards beat makers who want to do live performance sets in the way that somebody like Sarah 2 Ill would, or the homie STLNDRMS. His kid is fire right now as well, when he does his live beat performances and different things of that nature, just to do live glitch effects and stutter edit effects and different things of that nature. This is traditionally done on an SP404SX, but I personally don't have one, and I don't know too many people who do have them. The reason why I don't do this with my Push 2 when I do live performances is because there's no audio interface built into it. Push 2 takes a lot of room up in my bag, and I don't have a bag right now that can accommodate that. Maschine MK3 that I have is bus powered. It also has the stutter effects, a lot of the same effects that the SP404SX has. The first thing you want to do is bring in the tracks that you want to play in the beat set that you'll be doing. What I normally do, I hit the control button and it will bring everything straight across. It is possible for you to do this using just 2 tracks. You can like A/B each track using the crossfader. And then what I do is bring all of these down onto their own individual scene. Step 3, rename all of these different scenes with the BPM of the actual song, and you'll see why you'll want to do this later on. And you have to include BPM in the title of the scene as well, or else it will not work. So the first one we know is 98 BPM. Second one is 98. Now that we have that set, next step you want to do is map these to an individual key, either on your controller if you have a controller, or on the keyboard on your laptop, or your regular keyboard if you use a regular keyboard. You do that by hitting Control K, and then you click each one of these. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the keypad that I have, the number pad that I have that I don't use for anything in Ableton. So start this on track 2. I'm just going to do them so they correspond with the actual number pad. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just clicking the actual physical pad for like just say 7, 9, and then Control K again to get out of that. So now when you press any one of these individual keys, it's going to play it, and it's also going to stop it like a gate effect when you go into the next scene, right? Which is cool. And with the metronome, you can see is running the entire time, which is also really, really dope. Now this is going to come in handy with the next few steps. Reason being, if you're doing something like stutter edit effects, if you're doing glitch effects, different things of that nature, you want it to delays, you want them all to correspond with the BPM for that effect to work the right way, or else you're just going to get a random stutter and it's not actually going to queue up with when you press the button. So the next thing I go ahead and do is group these like so. Now that this is grouped, you want to bring in your effects plugin that you're going to use. Now, because I have Maschine and I use Maschine, I'm going to do this with Maschine. If you do not have Maschine, then you can do this with, what is it called? You can do this with the beat repeat. You can also do this with stutter edit. You can do this with Effectrix. You can do this with Cable Guy, Shaper Box, Grow Speed, and FL Studio. They all work. But me and my setup, I do this with Maschine. Now this normally takes a little while for it to load. If it takes a while, then I'll go ahead and just cut this out. Oh, it didn't. Look at that. Great. So now that I have that up, the next thing that I do, I go to the input settings on sound 1. Gotta make sure it's on sound 1. Input settings on sound 1. go to left, right. So the reason why you do this is because when you bring up the effects plugin, by default, you will not hear anything. It will drive you crazy. So you want to make sure that that's set to left, right if you don't hear anything when you're trying to play and you're not getting any kind of sound. So that'll cut that out. So now that that's up, I'm going to take this a step further, and on sound 1, I'm going to go back to the group and go to the plugin settings, internal performance effects. So now from the controller, I can control the performance effects using the touchpad on the MK3. And then I go back to the sound settings, and I'm going to add the finger. Now the finger is probably the least popular out of all the different effects plugins like Effectrix, again, like the stutter editors and different things of that nature, but this is a beast as well. And on the Maschine MK3, I go into the keyboard mode, and each one of the pads that I press all correspond with a different effect. So the stutter edit effects, different things of that nature, I'm doing through the performance effects, and any other effect I'm doing through the 16 pad, all routed. And it's working because it's all routed through the same exact group, which is cool. Why do I have the finger twice on here? Let me delete that before that causes an issue and I start going crazy. I could probably use that for something later. All right, so now that this is all set up the way that I normally want to have all of this set up, I'll just give you a quick demo of how it is that this works. So there's my whole workflow in a nutshell right now. If I have anything that I feel like works better for me in the future, then I'll comment or update, make a second video and let you guys know exactly what's going on. Probably post a link to it in this video for the newer video if that ever comes. But if you feel this, if you learned something, if you plan on using this in the future, then at least give me a like, subscribe, make any comments that you want on this. If you have a better workflow or you found like something that works better for you personally, then let me know. I'm more than willing to see how it is that other people are doing this newer age, I should say, of performance with beat effects and different things of that nature is something that's definitely captivating for right now. There's a lot of people who don't see anything like this and definitely want it. But yeah, this is what I have for right now. Again, my name is Skates. Y'all be blessed and have a good holiday.